YouTube viewers, Rectangular back, this time with just an update. Wanted to go over the Infinite Series Wave 2 of the Captain America Legends. I did reviews for each of the figures, but a lot of people have been asking me about doing head swaps. Now, I don't have the Captain America anymore. I sold him already, and the complete cap was for Pharaoh Black, and then I went back and got another one to get the leg, and then I sold the loose figure on eBay. So I will let you know, if you go back and watch the review, you'll see how I compared the head from the Steve Rogers, what is it called, Commander Steve Rogers, which is quite large, so that head doesn't fit well on the new movie cap body, and vice versa. You can't really fit the movie cap head onto the Steve Rogers body because the pegs are different size. The movie cap head is smaller and it has smaller space, so it doesn't fit right on that body, and plus, since it's a smaller head, it just looks weird. His neck is, so much beefier that it makes his head look that much tinier, and that Steve Rogers head is quite large, so it doesn't look right on the movie cap body. Alright, so enough of that. Let's go ahead and get into the Winter Soldier comparison. So first thing I wanted to go over is the articulation issue with Winter Soldier. If you can see here in the armpit, the sculpt does not go nearly as far on his left arm, shoulder I should say. How much plastic there is, that's the space for the joint to move is not nearly as cut as it is, say, on this Bucky cap. You can see the difference between how much plastic is still remaining between the, how much room there is for the disc to actually articulate the shoulder between these two. It's about twice as much space over here as there is over here. So that really is an issue when you're trying to get his shoulder down, when you're trying to put his arm down at his side. So to give you an example, Bucky can get his arm straight, pretty straight down towards his side like that. This version of Bucky. And if you try to do that on this guy, because the plastic has nowhere to, the two pieces of plastic bang into each other, it has nowhere to go. You can get it to work, but it's very tight. Basically, you're having plastic rubbing against plastic, and that's about as good as you're going to get. And it's not horrible, but it's not nearly as good as on the Captain America version of Bucky. So I just wanted to point that out. And next, the head swap situation. A lot of people are asking if the the movie versions will fit on the new bodies, or the comic versions will fit on the new bodies, etc. So as you can see, you can put the movie version of the head on this body and it looks okay. His neck definitely, basically these are a little bit smaller heads, especially on the inside. It's really hard to get this head on at times. You have to really mash it down, and his neck does stick up a significant amount. So just wanted to show that. And then as far as putting the movie or the comic version of the character onto this body, it does work, but you can see there, because the peg hole is bigger slightly, his head, you know, if you were to, it's just sitting on there, basically his hair is keeping his the hair is keeping his head up onto the peg, and if you were to mash that down, it doesn't look that bad because he's got long hair, so that looks actually pretty cool. But if you put the short-haired version, since you don't have the hair to kind of disguise it, there, he has no neck. So it looks really goofy, and I'll get in close, you can check that out. So you can make it work with the short-haired version, and now it's going to be hard to get off there, but you can, if you just place it on the peg, it doesn't look that bad, at least from the front. But from the side, you know, you've got his neck sticking up on the peg and the back, and it definitely looks small. It definitely looks small in there. So yes, it can work. Does it work great? I'll let you be the judge of that. Do that one again. That looks better just because of the hair, you know, is flared out more, so it makes his head look bigger. So then let's see. I guess that was it. Oh, the other Winter Soldier body. Sorry, losing my frame of reference. Let me take his gun out of his hand. So we take this head off, and let's put the new masked Bucky on there. And again, the hole for the peg is smaller, so it doesn't go up into his head nearly as far, and so that does not work. So if you want to put the movie head on the comic body, or 2-pack Hasbro Winter Soldier body, it's not going to work. You could, you know, chop the peg off the disc and you can make it work, but you know, do you want to destroy your figure to do that? I don't think so. So yeah, that's just, I don't know why you would do that. Just put his head on the movie body like so, and be happy with that. So I guess that pretty much covers it. I'll do one more. Let's put this on his head, because somebody's going to ask. And does it work? Yeah. Does it look great? Not really. It just sticks up way too high on there as far as I'm concerned. But the old version works much better. Oops, focus. That looks much better, and that's how I keep him. So let's move on to the Black Widow. Okay, so here we have the head swaps for Black Widow. On the left we have the 2-pack body with the long-haired movie version Scarlett Johansson head, and on the right we have the Scarlett Johansson body with the short-haired 2-pack head. And these two combinations don't look that bad. The neck excuse me, on the 2-pack body is a bit long, so this looks pretty decent with the long-haired version from the movie. But if you put the short-haired version, and she's going to fall over because she's got minuscule feet, if you put the short-haired version, it doesn't look nearly as good because the collar interferes with the hair, and her neck is so long that it's a lot more obvious, more pronounced on that. So I wouldn't recommend doing that swap. Now on this figure here, let me zoom in, we have much better look. You know, it is a smaller head, so it doesn't, you know, makes her even shorter, but it doesn't look too bad, even though all the way around with that high collar it works. And swap her out with the long-haired version, which I think looks even better because the hair helps disguise it a little bit better. You know, it does look like her neck is kind of mashed down, you know, because it's a shorter neck, so that there's more space inside the head for the peg to fit. But that looks pretty damn cool. So if you can fix the feet like I plan to do, then this would be a pretty good combination, having the comic version of the character on the movie body is going to be the best bet, assuming you can get foot swap on this figure, because the feet are so tiny it's damn near impossible to get her to stand. So I'm not going to show her with the Toy Biz body. It's oh, maybe I will. Here we go. Let's go ahead and put the... That doesn't work, as you can see. That's not going to work. Hair's interfering. So let's put the short-haired version on there. And again, the hair interferes by the collar, so that's not going to work either. So what I do is I use a piece of paper, which isn't in there now, and use the short-haired version on this Toy Biz figure. So anyway, hopefully you guys liked the video. You share with your friends. If you haven't already, please subscribe, and I love hearing back from you guys, so please leave a comment below. Thanks for watching, and I will talk to you later. Bye.